Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of LinkedIn, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube and Facebook and Fed Nation, the Fed Group. We're live in all places. So as long as you have a mobile device in your hand, you're probably getting a notification if you're following along. And you are here with me on a fired up episode on a Tuesday in Jersey, East Coast, daylight savings time, spring ahead. Lose an hour.
Sunshine.
Yeah. Gain sunshine as we work towards summer. As you see the beautiful fire in the background, we're fired up again on a Tuesday. A couple of things before we get started on this fired up episode. We're getting very close to the summit. So the virtual conference that I'm hosting with Scott via Origo BP, and I got a little eyes itchy here. And of course, Fed Nation, the Food Equipment Digital Disruptors. So you can go over to Facebook and join the group. But you see scrolling across the bottom of the screen is the Food Equipment Service Leaders Summit, March 23rd to 25th. Register for free right now at fesleadersummit.com. It's the push. There are 200 people registered for this. This is about what's next. Who do we have talking? You can go into the group on Facebook, go to the website, go to Fed Nation, go to any of my feeds, and you will see that we have Chris Rowling, Robert Harris, Geiner Ozgul, Roger Smelser, Josh Solin, Dan Deibler. We got a roundtable going. We're going to be doing that today. These are all pre-recorded, and then we're going live at the end of the days, and we're going to do live Q&A sessions. So this is about what's next. This is about change. Hashtag Change Nation for the food equipment world at large, the food equipment industry at large. And then I also want to mention our Get Out, Go Eat initiative. So hashtag Get Out, Go Eat, powered by Fed Nation, Fed Media. Is it legit? Yeah, it's legit. Are we helping people? Yes. Are we helping restaurants? Yes. Are we creating amazing content for them, for us, for the industry? Yes. Thank you to all of our sponsors. We have a large outpouring of sponsorships coming in, and it's amazing. So as we build Fed Media, which is a startup for us, $500 goes to the restaurant. And it's going to get gift cards. It's going to get people back in the community back into these doors. Lots of videos to come. We're starting local here in our town of Bayonne, and we're going to be branching out all over New Jersey. Who knows? Maybe the world. Maybe the world. Maybe the nation, Lisa. I don't know.
Definitely the world.
So, yes. Hashtag Get Out, Go Eat. If you're on Facebook, go join my group. Hashtag Get Out, Go Eat. It's over there right now. Hashtag Get Out, Go Eat New Jersey. And then from so on and so forth, who knows how big we're going to build this. It's just getting started. Love to have you sponsor and partner with us. It is Too Hot Tuesday. Taz Sutherland in the building. Fed Nation, I see you. I appreciate you. So what are we fired up about today? I just posted. There's so much stuff going on in the food equipment industry. The old way it once was kind of talk. And we're going to keep talking about these things. We're going to keep talking about it to create positive change. We're going to keep talking about it because there's no more alternative anymore. Going back to warranty. Fired up today about warranty. Last week really got me going. I just posted on LinkedIn if you're following along over there. If you're not, feel free to go connect and follow on LinkedIn with me. So basically, I'm talking to my end user customers, my restaurateurs, my chefs, my owners, my people building these kitchens and getting ready to serve their customers, serve the nation, serve the world, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. If you're serving people food, I'm talking to you. If you're building these kitchens, I'm talking to you, end user. If you're an end user customer, during the sales process, I think we need to talk about the sales process again. Because what happens is when it gets to us, by the time we get an email that says, go perform a site survey, we are going to go in there and we're going to talk about the things that need to be done now. None of this was probably discussed prior to our arrival. So we're about to blindside you. We see it every day. No one can sit there and tell me we do this, we do that, because it's just not true. I got the facts. I got the truth. I'm telling you, and listen, this is my perspective, my business here in New Jersey. I'm not speaking for everybody, but I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10 even, when we roll into that kitchen for a site survey, the customer's got no clue about what's about to happen. All they know is that this equipment does this. It's going to make me money. It's going to build revenue. It's going to be amazing. And that's great. We want you to sell the equipment. We also want you to let them know that there's a lot more costs coming down the line. And if you don't know what those costs are, you need to go to Sofesa.com, find the factory authorized service center in your area, sit down with them, build a partnership, and find out what it costs for them to come and give you the real deal. So you can present this to your customer, and there's no one's getting blindsided. Customers get a real bad taste in their mouth real quick in 2021. They're very quick to say, I'm never dealing with them again. I'm done. We live in a world of reviews and split-second decisions, and people are just done. I mean, I read comments. I see different things. I'm out here in the world. I'm out here in the media world. I saw someone, just for a restaurant's perspective, how hard it is in the food business. Someone said, I've been ordering, this is in one of the pizza groups, actually. I've been ordering from XYZ Pizzeria for 10 years, but not after last night.
No.
You know, like you were with them for 10 years. You love their food and they made a mistake.
In 10 years, you didn't make a mistake?
So they screwed up. So I don't know what, they didn't explain exactly what the issue was. That's really how it landed and how it ended. People are willing to end relationships like that today because there's options.
So many options.
There's so many options. So we have got to do a better job. And like I said, when I'm called, when I get that email for that site survey and I roll a technician in there, we're about to tell them we might be turning this customer's world upside down when they go, well, the breaker's got to be changed, the electrical's got to be upgraded. You're going to have to come across the whole kitchen because this is not situated here, and your drain is over here. You're going to have to get the drain down there. You got to get a plumber in, and now they're about to go get a whole bill for like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000. Well, no one told me this. Listen. I got nothing to do with it. I'm just here to tell you this is the site survey, and now this is what you got to do before we can come back. Who do you think they're angry at first? This guy. Now they're mad at me. Now they don't like Malachi anymore because I'm giving them the truth and the facts of what needs to be done. Then they're going to go back and they're going to look at the name on the piece of equipment, and they're going to remember that name. And then they're going to go back and look at the person who sold it to them, and they're going to remember that name. We all look bad. So warranty service needs to be discussed. What is warranty service? What do I get? More importantly, what do I not get? What is not covered? What don't I get in my warranty service? You know, and I decided on the fly that I'm going to create a downloadable booklet.
Nice.
I'm going to write it out, and I'm going to talk to some of the great minds in the world, in the country, that do this every day. And I'm going to put together a free digital download.
Love it.
Yeah. And I'm probably going to make it available on thefedgroup.com. I'll make it available on malachicares.com. Okay. And you'll be able to download this and give this to your team, your crew, pass it along to end users. Let them know what's really going to happen, what really needs to be understood. You getting a combi oven installed, I said? Do you know the total cost of ownership? Do you know if there's going to be additional costs of upgrades in your electric plumbing? Do you know what filtration is going to be used, the filter replacement costs, cleaning tablets and solutions? What's the planned maintenance I need monthly or week or quarterly or whatever it might be? There's costs. We always go back to the car. You know, you buy a Lexus, you buy a Mercedes, you buy a Hyundai. It doesn't matter what kind of car you buy. There's costs of ownership involved in this. You can't just ride it for 100,000 miles and think nothing's going to happen. You're going to have to change your tires eventually. You're going to have to rotate them. You're going to need new brakes. You're going to need new rotors. You're going to need to change your oil. There's so many things you got to do.
That's not free?
No, apparently we have to pay for this. And by the way, I got van maintenance bills out the wazoo up there that you're all free to look at, that we have to maintain these vehicles. So we're doing maintenance on our vehicles. Listen, we always get at least 300,000 miles on every van. 300,000 because we take care of them. I got a vehicle here from 1991.
It's as old as me.
It was one of my father's
first pickup trucks. I just gave it a paint job. It's now, it used to be, we used to call it the Green Monster. I got a nice paint job. Now it's black. So now it's the Black Beauty, right? But this thing, it's a GMC and it's got hundreds of thousands of miles on it. And the thing still works. And it'll work as long as I keep taking care of it. It'll work. And I mean, listen, one day, I'm sure we're going to have to say goodbye to it. But
We should take a joyride in it.
we can. Matter of fact, Lisa, stay tuned. We're going to do a video.
I would love to.
We're going to do a video and we'll talk about the old truck. I remember being 10 years old, getting in that thing. I loved it. It was exciting. I was sitting there with my dad. I mean, it was cool. It was a good time. Good time in my life. But, you know, the moral of the story is maintenance has a cost to it as well. So there's so many things to be factored in. And it's got to be discussed. These customers can't get blindsided anymore. It makes us all look bad. So I'm fired up about this. And I'm going to stay fired up about this topic. And I'm going to talk about it from different ways and different angles. And I'm going to bring to you real life scenarios and situations that happen here in our building and our business. And again, I'm not out here naming any names. I'm not out here. Listen, it's not about that. It's about the issues. It's about educating people. And by the way, I have plenty to learn still myself. That's why I'd love to get some people on board here to get on live with me. We got a comment?
Yeah, great. Good question. What is your perspective on lease versus buying kitchen equipment? Owner will still need to maintain it, but might be a good opportunity to include a PM program.
So, yeah, listen, Pierre Carlo, my man, I don't know if I can answer that question fully, just because I am not really in the business of selling equipment. Do we sell some equipment here and there? Yeah, I mean, I work with dealers. I have opportunities here and there. We sell some equipment. That is not a major piece of my business. My business is service, maintenance, and installations. That's where I hang my hat. That's where I make my money. So, lease versus buy, I don't think I can offer a solid answer on that, Lisa. Is that fair?
That's fair.
I don't think I can. The owner still needs to maintain it. Okay, so I mean, obviously, if you're leasing the piece of equipment, just like when you lease a car, yeah, you still need to maintain it. I have to go and get my car maintenance throughout my lease period, and I do.
Mm-hmm.
But it might be a good opportunity to include a PM program. Yeah, I mean, the PM program works. I will say, whether you buy it or you lease it, there should still be a PM program in place. And especially if there's water running through it. Anything that water runs through, boy, are you at risk. You are at such risk, especially if you don't have a water filtration attached to it. I see so many times I roll into kitchens and there's steamers and there's all these, no filtration. One of the big selling points that me and my technicians sit down and talk about, I'm like, oh, you're going into a new customer, you're going here. Take pictures in the video, show them that there's no filtration so we can go sell a filtration system. We sell lots of filtration systems. They're not being sold. Thank you. I'm happy to do it. So, but
That's a good video too.
yeah. I mean, listen, there's so many videos. MalachiCares.com. We're going to be, I mean, Lisa and I discussed this when she started. We want to start putting how-to videos together. We're gonna give you insight and in-depth videos into this equipment, into what's to educate the end user customer. That's the bottom line. We want our customers to be in the know. And if these videos can help alleviate nuisance calls, like, you know, did you turn the gas off last night? Did you plug the unit in? Did you check the breaker? A lot of these different things. It might sound simple and silly, but it happens every week. We do it every week. But back to this warranty before I go off into the sunset on a Tuesday. It's an ongoing topic that needs to continue to be discussed from all angles. So it's not just about the billing and the time deduction and all the other things that are happening on the back end. It's all about the customer on the upfront. So to the people, to the fine men and women of the industry out there selling equipment, we applaud you. We thank you. We appreciate you. And the only thing I will say is we need to have deeper, stronger discussions and relationships for the entire process. The demo is great. By the way, my test kitchen's open if you want to come and do a demo for anybody in New Jersey area. But the demos are great. The bells, the whistles, this is what you could do. This is how you're going to increase your revenue. This is how you're going to make revenue. We have data. It's data-driven, smart equipment, smart kitchens, all that. What next? Okay, now you got the customer in line. You said they're buying the equipment. Now what? So many times the customer's just told, well, they just told me the certified installer will come and do whatever, so we're good. Yeah, you're good, but how good are you? How good are you when I come in and I tell you that you got to do all these things? I got 3 customers off the top of my head right now that I won't name, but are just in my mind where they just got punched in the face with all these upgrades. And I can recall one conversation with this one woman who's the owner who said, there was just so rich. I don't know. Why was this so hard? I mean, there was so, I had to talk to so many people. I had to go jump through hoops, make all these phone calls, which led me to you. And why wasn't I told any of this? I would have rethought this whole thing. I mean, she had to spend thousands of dollars on electrical things. I mean, it was insane. And my heart goes out to her because no one told her anything until I got the email and got there and said, oh, here, well, listen, look what you got to do. She got punched in the face. It's not right. There's got to be more to it. So what does Jesus?
Jesus says, most leased equipment are maintained in-house for an outside company to include on PM. From experience, not advisable. Sorry, I am driving.
I'll leave that up there for 1 second so
Sure.
I can see. So yeah, most leased equipment are maintained in-house for an outside company to include on PM. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you and maybe from your experience, yeah. And I would, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Jesus is a master at his craft. From experience, not advisable. Listen to the experts. That's the other piece of this puzzle. We can't have these know-it-all mentalities all day long. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know it all. I'm definitely not the smartest guy in the rooms that I go into. Okay, I have a lot of common sense. I have a lot of know-how from growing up in the business. Do I know it all? Not even close. This is just my opinions and perspectives on things, on the world and the industry that I see. And I know a lot of people share the same things, which is why Fed Nation is what it is. And people are building and growing and connecting from all channels. So listen to the experts. Sit down with them in your market. Sit down with them in your area. If you're a rep, a dealer, reach out. Don't wait. I know I reach out all the time. You know, I try to get as close as I can. People, we have to make time for each other. And understand that stuff comes at a price. I can't just send the guy every time. Yeah, I got to account for his hours. I got to account for that. You want expert opinions, you want expert diagnostics, you want expert everything. That ain't free. I don't get expert stuff for free. I go to a doctor for his expertise. Does he give me a pat on the back and a lollipop and say, "Hey, it's on me"? Does he? Right?
Nope.
Apparently the doctor wants to be paid for his expertise.
And very expensive.
Yeah.
expertise.
I mean, the mindset too. That's the other part of this thing. It's like, you think warranty covers and pays for everything. You think manufacturers pay for everything. Guess again. Does anyone know what a startup costs? Because it was a panel at a summit that I went to, and they were talking about, oh, we're going to send them all the startups and all this stuff. Oh, they're making money. Sometimes I get $75 to go do a startup. It cost me $75 to get the tech to site. I mean, we're not making money on startups. There's not a service company across the country that is jumping for excitement over a startup. Okay? We're just not. And again, I'm not saying anything that's new. I might be the only one out loud saying it I'm publicly on social media right now, but more and more people are starting to come around and filter it in. So I'm not saying anything new or creating. This is the world. This is the industry. This is what the service guys and girls are talking about at every conference and every meeting. Trust me. What is Taz saying here?
Aside from you can do anything, you can't do everything. Know your net worth and know your network's net worth. He also says a startup costs you a new machine if you skip it.
A startup costs you a new machine if you skip it. Well, listen, I mean, I guess I don't want to speak out of turn either. Startups are important. So yeah, you need to listen, by the way, you need to get your equipment started up properly. Okay. And we need to submit that, we checked off all the boxes at the gas, incoming gas pressure, water column, electrical voltage, everything's where it is, and get, if we got to, if we got to get the fuel analyzer, do combustion tests, whatever we got to do, all that stuff's got to be done on the start. Absolutely. I'm not saying it's not worth it. I'm just saying, as far as we were talking, I was going into on the cost thing and all this other stuff. From our side, for the end user side, yeah, startups absolutely got to be done. But there's just so much to talk about in the industry of all the stuff. It's just laid dormant. It hasn't changed. Nothing's changed. That's what this is really all about. It's Change Nation. It's Fed Nation. We got the virtual summit coming. We got people in the industry, some of the biggest, greatest minds in the service side. They want to talk. They want change, because we all want to be. Listen, everybody wants to be more profitable. Sometimes profitability becomes a dirty word, or don't talk about making money. We're here to make money. We are here to make money at the end of the day. So it's time to start talking more about the last piece to the puzzle, which always seems to be service, site surveys, installs, maintenance. That's the last piece of the puzzle. I sold it. See you later. Have fun. Goodbye. I'm on to the next sale. Cool. If you want this customer to be back for the second and third unit, understand we're the ones in the trenches that are going to make that happen. You see influencers on Instagram influencing people, all these celebrities, all these things. Your service companies in your markets are your influencers. I'm an influencer. Go to Sufesta.com and look at all those companies. They're all influencers. Who's the first person they call, Lisa, when their equipment's going down?
Yeah.
Hey, Rich, we're thinking about replacing the steamer. What should I put in? I don't know. What should I say? We all have to be on the same page. We all have to be on the same page. Am I getting the cut? I'm getting the boot.
I just thought that was a great place to cut.
I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it. I'm just gonna say I am a proud representative of the manufacturers that we work with. Honored. My father brought in so many. I brought in a bunch when I took over. As far as partnerships goes, very proud. Love working with these people. Love them. Love seeing them at the shows. Love seeing them at the conferences. We've built real relationships. Now we got to start cultivating some other things. We got to start changing the conversation, building ourselves up again so we could all get more profitable out of this pandemic. And that's it. Profitability out of the pandemic together. We're going to do it. We're going to make it happen. You're going to go to fesleadersummit.com. And you're going to register for free so you know what's next. You're going to stay close. You're going to network. You're going to build your network. We're going to get stronger together. We're going to make money. We're going to feed our families. We're going to build our teams. Opportunities are going to be skyrocketing. I appreciate you guys on a fired up Tuesday. We'll take it down, and hopefully we'll see if we can sneak another one in tomorrow. Lot going on this week and next. Stay fired up. I will see you on the next episode.